kind of a new word, but I think it means to have different varieties of natural, let's say, animals or plants, like varieties of them.
Basically, biodiversity refers to diversity of life. If we break the term biodiversity, bio means life and diversity, so diversity of life. But if you look further than that, it's like diversity in the genetic makeup of living organisms, the species, diversity in species level, and the third level is the ecosystem, the habitat that organisms occupy, live in. So it's like 3 levels of, say, in order to define it, define the term biodiversity in a maybe fully or something. We have to see it in the 3 different levels, like the genetic makeup of the organisms, the species level, and the ecosystem.
Lamiat kasam waktu one maneta ini gat disla power disla mas disla kan kita tinting lu kau tunggu tadi disla something this asam life by me depend on animals na plants na all to depend lainnya so me yan ni asam lo we pasata by protecting something and you one maneta you must get this like planting thing. You must understanding to plants, understanding about animals.
Yeah.
So this understanding must have na mele yumi. Na time this understanding stop na mele yumi. Then by me look at the yumi at all man. By me got big. By me that's a bell. Look out in good environment. By me na na upload bagarat mo.
It's the complexity of organisms and how they mix together and mingle around. And this altogether makes them completely diverse. So the biodiversity in one area will be different from another, depending on how they react with their environment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's as much as I can put into in simple terms.
To me, biodiversity has to do with my relationship with my environment, my natural environment, and the diversity of life that it offers, and how I survive in it and how best I can preserve it.
It's really important because you get a lot of different species in one area, and some species in one area cannot be found in other areas. So if you study different species in Papua New Guinea, you won't get the same species you will find in Australia. So it's always useful to take care of the biodiversity of each area.
It means diversity in life, like plants and animals, and how things come. I think it's very important, mostly for our plants and animals to keep evolving.
Biodiversity matters to Papua New Guinea. Since Papua New Guinea is a country that lies in the region where we have these earthquakes, natural disasters, and all this, it's important that we have this genetic biodiversity or genetic diversity in place, so that if one natural disaster strikes, at least there's a diversity of genes within a species that if a part of the population is killed, at least another part can continue the species or something. Yeah.